What's quack-a-lackin', guys? So, Weapon Patch 2.0 has officially hit the scene in preparation for the Taken King launch coming on the 15th. So, what do you think about it, Pone? Calm down, simmer down, pipe down. I got you. Now, my opinion here is going to be a mixed review. Not gonna lie, I still find myself raging at a few things, and the overall experience is definitely better, though. So, like I said, where the game experience is, in general, better, there are still quite a few things they need to knock off that list to make sure their game truly is an enjoyable experience. So let's dive straight in. They did a great job at weapon balance. It's not perfect, it does need tuned a little bit, but it is definitely far better than, oh hey, Thorn or Last Word or die. That is good that that is out of the way. Now that there's more variety, there are more options, people are going to enjoy that experience more, and I've always felt that this needed to be a thing. In a game where there are hundreds of weapons to choose from, and you pretty much have to use either two or deal with a very, very severe handicap, that make Pone Star mad. I'm not a big fan of that. Other things they've done right. On top of weapon balance, even though it's not perfect, the scout rifles and pulse rifles are superior to the auto rifles and hand cannons. The hand cannons and auto rifles are actually pretty close to being on par with each other, which is exciting for once. But honestly, there are still significantly stronger areas and types of weapons. But as I said, they have done better in other categories. For one, integrating in old maps, the old long-range maps, which I predicted, the Sky Shocks and your First Lights and all of those being thrown back into the mix, because scout rifles and pulse rifles are going to be a thing. That is good. We needed maps like that. One of the major things and contributing factors to why the Thorn, Last Word, and Shotgun Blinkers were so dangerous was because they added in nothing but close quarter maps, and they adopted the free-for-all, the Rumble maps, into the control playlist, so those guns thrived in that element. So now, with other things being thrust into the mix, you can now have that option of, oh, hey, I can use scout rifles and sniper rifles efficiently now. Now I can use pulse rifles to level out in the middle field, like your Pantheons and stuff. Now there are options to use and rotate throughout these guns, and there's not just a strong suitor anymore. That is heavily exciting. So let's dive into the things that I still think need tweaked. Blinking. It was tweaked. It is better now. You can understand they're more vulnerable before they actually take that teleportation, which again is a teleportation, and I don't believe it should be in a video game, period, but they did a decent job at trying to fix it. Blink shotgunning is still a thing. It's easier to counter now, therefore it's more tolerable, but I still think it is a problem. Now, on terms of shotguns are a thing. Actually, I think they're just as dangerous now as they were before. Again, may not be as useful with, like, Blink now, but it is still a problem, and this problem is actually amplified by the fact that the time to kill is just generally slower now. So that pulse rifles and hand cannons and auto rifles don't kill as quick as they used to. That allows people with the mobility and the maneuverability that you have, the quickness of this game, it allows them to close that distance gap easier, meaning with the slower time to take a person down, they can generally get closer to you than they could before, meaning shotguns are still a thing. Along the same lines, I've noticed another problem, and this is actually one of those results of nerfing something to make people happy, and something else came along that kind of complicates things. I have noticed that, you know, we used to have a little bit, not a whole lot of confidence, but a little bit of confidence knowing that if an Arc Blade or a Sunsinger was reviving and they were coming right at you, you had the option to Fellwinter melee combo and kill that guy with that combination. I've noticed it to be, like, completely unreliable now. So there's pretty much no counter to Arc Blades. They just have free reign. Slower time to kill means less likelihood to shut them down, which means they stay alive longer. You couple the fact that they can regenerate their health. Arc Blades are even more dangerous now than they were before, and that's scary. Another thing soon to become popular are going to be fusion rifles. I tested these out a little bit, various different ones, and I was seriously able to snipe people with this. I'm not even kidding. I was killing people from beyond the range that I've ever seen a fusion rifle kill people before, with extreme dangerousness. And I'm not gonna lie, I've always been, since Destiny came out and fusion rifles were a thing, I've always been against them. I don't think there should be a one-shot kill in medium range distance. It just does not seem like it deserves to be in a multiplayer shooter. You have your close quarter shotguns, make sense, your long range snipers make sense. The middle territory should be untouched. That's the area where your auto rifles and your hand cannons are supposed to dominate. What's the point in having a primary if you've got a secondary that can do it in one shot? That's just what I'm saying right there. So I think that there is going to be a call to action in the future. People are going to want that to be nerfed, but it's just going to take time for people to realize exactly how dangerous those can be. And the funny thing about fixing a game that has so many problems in general with it is the moment you fix one thing, something else steps up in the priority list. I've noticed a growth in, you know, fusion grenade usage, flux, magnetic, so on and so forth. And those things, those lock-on one-shot kill grenades, are obnoxious. They put the easy and cheesy. So many times I put massive damage into a guy, easy kill. I know unless he's just gonna like super me, there's no way he's gonna kill me. But surprise, surprise, he's got a fusion grenade. So even though I dominated him, earned that kill, he's gonna turn around or just randomly throw a grenade at me that's gonna lock onto my body and take me to the grave with him. Merry Christmas, Pone. So I fully expect the popularity on those types of grenades to grow, especially with the arc bolt nerf. I see those are gonna definitely jump up in use. Now, in general, I think the patch was a great thing. I think it's progress, but to be honest, it was just simply a battle victory. There's still the war to be won, and I'm not gonna lie. I've had my rage moments, but I've also enjoyed it too. I like that I can now use my bad jujus, and I can use these other guns. But just because you have a bit more freedom does not mean the game is where it needs to be, and I'm just keeping an open mind about it. Overall, I'm impressed with it. I'm happy that a lot of things are out of the way, and we're getting closer to that game that we've all wanted, and all that potential we've always seen is now becoming possible. So all we can do is pray and keep pressuring them and hoping these things actually become better, and we don't have to wait another 6 months if their pattern continues to see shotguns finally suppressed and to where they need to be. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the gameplay, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below too. Let me know what you guys think. But this is where we say goodbye, so I will catch you guys around. Subscribe if you're new here. More Destiny gameplay coming tomorrow. Take care, guys.